After stopping the assassins, the guards talk amongst themselves, and they are shocked to learn that the person behind all of this was the prince. Yuuya goes to the princess's room to make sure she is fine, but she emerges out to meet him outside. Then she asks him if he would like to take a look around the royal capital. She proposes that she can take him around if he would like, but Luna interferes and warns the princess about going outside the castle, considering the circumstances. Lexia is stubborn and insists on going out with Yuuya, but Luna demands to take Yuuya out by herself, for the princess's safety. But the two of them know each other very well, and how they want to be with Yuuya alone. Owen joins the conversation, and suggests that he would show Yuuya around the capital, whilst both ladies stay in the castle. They refuse and Yuuya is shown around by both females, and Owen is keeping an eye on the princess. Lexia sees a jewelry store and suggests going inside, but Luna disagrees and they had a little argument in the middle of street. Later, Yuuya notices the Adventurers Guild, and Luna suggests that they go inside and sign up to be an adventurer, which will allow him to take on quests for extra money. Upon entering the building, the receptionist hands 2 forms to Luna and Yuuya to fill out. Yuuya reaches a point that requires information about the magic type he uses. He thinks to himself that if he informs them that he knows all types, it would turn into a big deal. So he writes water, fire, and wind magic. Then he asks the receptionist about a section that wants to disclose his magic energy capacity. Then she shows him a crystal ball that is used to measure magic level. The ball works by changing color based on the volume of magic energy. Then Luna places her hand, and it turns yellow. Then Yuuya puts his hand, and his magic energy shatters the crystal into pieces, right before everyone's eyes. The lady receptionist cannot believe that he has enough energy to shatter the ball like that, while Luna stands there wondering who exactly Yuuya is. The receptionist reviews the forms and is shocked, after knowing that Yuuya can use 3 types of magic. He is surprised by her reaction, and she tells him that those who possess that level of magic are considered fairy tales. Yuuya thinks to himself that it was a good decision that he did not write all types of magic. Later, the receptionist gives them the cards, and tells him of what he needs to know about engaging in quests. Suddenly, a drunken woman calls out to him, and after seeing how handsome he is, she invites him to a one-day partner on a quest. Later, the trio head out for their first quest, which happens to be an herb collection. Lexia comments on how happy she is to be out in nature, without the worries of the royal family. Owen pleads with her not to get too excited, given the current threat that looms overhead. Luna is more interested in the task at hand, stating that gathering isn't difficult, the only issue is just keeping the route undamaged. Suddenly, Owen rushes over to them and informs that they have found Prince Rhaegar's location. He asks the ladies to return to the castle, and he will take care of business with Yuuya. They arrive at the location, and Yuuya is surprised by how isolated it is. One of the soldiers opens the door, and he is greeted with a flying knife, and inside the building, Rhaegar has managed to grab a soldier from the scouting unit. Yuuya orders Knight to attack, which allows the hostage to escape. The prince gets surrounded, and Owen informs him that it is over. He points his blade to himself, as he threatens to end his life. He states that he will not be missed anyway, and after hearing this, Yuuya remembers his old self. He dashes over to him and grabs his hand, and the prince attacks Yuuya, but he dodges. Knight interferes, and gives Yuuya the chance to knock the prince into the floor. Suddenly, the mysterious girl appears before the prince, and she concludes that he has failed, and he is no longer needed. She was helping him attain the throne, because she planned to make him start wars, which would lead to the destruction of humanity. The prince looks into her eyes, disappointed that she tricked him. She prepares to end him, and Owen rushes in to stop the attack, but an arrow hits his blade, halting his assault. She then turns her attention to the guards, as she fires a hail of arrows at them. Yuuya blocks her attack, and Owen addresses him by name. The girl reveals her intention to exterminate Yuuya, but that would require the power of the vial, and she has depleted her stamina. She retreats and Yuuya is left wondering who is this girl. Meanwhile in the human world, Kaori comes to Yuuya's house and rings his bell several times before leaving, after she gets no answer. And that's the end of the video. Please tell me your opinion and like the video. Take care, and stay tuned for the next episode.